Hey there, I'm Shonda. I want to thank you guys for stopping on my channel today. I want to start with that I'm super sorry. I haven't been very present over the last month. I have gone back to work full time, and my job is incredibly demanding. So, yeah, as much as this is my passion and I love doing it, I have to pay my bills. So I'm so sorry. So sorry. It's affected me as far as my energy and just like not being able to tap in with you all. But I thank you for hanging in here and rocking with me. And yeah, we're gonna get right in. I'm gonna do this is for my Virgos. We're gonna do an energy general reading for February. I'm gonna skip all the silly shit. You guys know what it is. Right? I'm just gonna go right in. Okay, here we go. Father God, Jesus, Holy Spirit, ancestors, Archangel Raphael. What do my Virgos need to know? The month of February. Okay, so we have semi-sextile and ascendant. So allowing an outlook. And then we got two cards that are not really earth cards. Right. So what you guys need to kind of focus on right now is intimacy. And so we have the 8th house of intimacy, and then we have Cancer. So that says to me that you guys are possibly needing to focus on getting more in touch with your emotions. Right? Maybe being more vulnerable is the word I'm hearing, allowing outlet. You guys are earth signs, so that's not really your vibe or your energy, but that's what my cards are telling me. So let's put some tarot on it, shall we? It's February. So we are in a month of love. I feel like you guys should definitely, Wands, trust your intuition. Listen to your intuition. The King is a leveled up energy, right? So it's probably guiding you in the right direction. But as an earth sign, I get it, like being in that whole Cancer energy. I will say I just did a reading Cancer, and it was calling for them to be more like a fire energy. So I feel like it's just kind of this energy right now is mixing shit up. Go with it, don't go with it. Like, what do you want to do? Father God, Jesus, Holy Spirit. So balance. That needs to happen quickly. Archangel Raphael. Ancestors. I need to know. Shit. I need to know about things in place, Father. And the Virgos need to know right now. And my Virgos need to know right now. Thank you. A lot of fucking messages. Goodness. Okay. All right, let's see. Let's figure this out. Okay. Okay. 2 seconds. Let me situate this hotness. Let me figure this out. Okay. There's a lot of work. Cards in reverse, or work that needs to be done. There's a lot of work that needs to be done. There's beginnings you want, and you're confused about some stuff. Okay. There's some stuff that might be toxic or unhealthy in your situation right now. Stuff you're in your head about 100%. Okay. All right, Virgo. So here's where we're at. There is justice being served as long as you are, that's Libra energy. As long as you're living your life a certain way, that justice is gonna, the scales are gonna balance out to your. But then we have the Page of Wands in reverse. We have the Six of Wands in reverse, the Empress in reverse, the Two of Swords, the Queen of Cups, the Devil in reverse, and the Five of Pentacles. Right, which kind of speaks to me that there is movement. There's movement and things that you expected to come in. Six King of Wands here, yeah. Four Wands in your foundation, yeah. So there's things that you've been expecting in your foundation that haven't come through. You're conflicted. You have Two of Wands as well, right? So your intuition, and your, like I said, emotional, because Wands is more, or Swords, sorry. Like kind of some kind of battle, like an internal or external battle, but it's almost like, and then intuition, Wands is like a personal intuitive thing, right? So you're having like kind of this battle with yourself intuitively where you've expected things to happen and they haven't come to fruition. And I think that's where the toxicity comes in. I think that's where the devil comes in. It almost feels like it's crippling, right? But yeah, it stops you from being in control of your emotions, being in control of beginnings, being in control of balance, is what I see here. But you're super open, right? And that's where your confusion comes in. You have the Nine of Swords. You're all in your head about the fact that you're open right now. Like, I'm open to this and it's not happening. So what the fuck is the blockage, right? Well, sometimes we can be open and not receptive. Like, we're not really receivers. So we tell ourselves that, oh, like, I'm open to this and that. We're not really necessarily receiving it. Like, it's there's still contrast that's being offered in. There's still doubt. And that's kind of what I see here. You're incredibly, or you believe that you're incredibly open. And it's a beautiful effort that you're putting forward. Kudos to you. But there is still a lot of contrast, and it's almost like things that you're not even aware of. Like, your mind is just automatically like, oh, that's not gonna happen. Right? So you're not consciously doing these things, but these things are happening. And that's what's blocking you from all this abundance you want. You actually are in an energy of the Fool. You're in an energy right now where you're open and you're moving forward. It's not even, it's not your actions that are blocking this progress. It's your mind. It's your unconscious mind with that Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords coupled with the Fool is like, it's dark thoughts. It's contrast, right? It's you not really, even though you're open, and you're like, I'm whatever comes in. your mind still isn't accepting or allowing because there's so much conflict or contrast from the past where these things haven't worked out that your mind is blocking these blessings. You're doing the work. You just have to kind of try and figure out how to stop your head because that's really where everything comes from, right? Like you can get on board with a lot of shit, but if you don't believe in your mind space that you really deserve it, it's not ever going to come through. And that's where you have all this work still to do, but you're 100% open to it, right? So we have true love, we have Four of Wands, true love and foundation. That's in the upright. Like that's all absolutely coming through. We have the Five of Cups. There's a little sadness for things that are lost. The King of Wands, trusting your intuition, and the Eight of Wands. So very quick movement, right? Like knowing and trusting very quickly. That's why I say that's where the kind of opposition comes in with this Fool and this Nine of Swords, is because you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, but it's not manifesting how you want it to manifest. And that's because your mind is still trained to question things. So you do, and you probably don't even think about it. It just happens. It's like, it's fucking, it's like breathing. But your intuition is tough right now, and it's moving quickly. There is a spot of something in your past that you're focusing on. It's a little bit of heartache with that Five of Cups. But you are super ready to move on past it. You just have to figure out how to get the fuck out of this Eight of Swords, Nine of Swords energy, right? Like, stop letting old shit overpower you. You're ready to be the Fool. Jump into some new energy. Queen of Cups, yeah, you've mastered your emotions. You're doing the work. Two of Pentacles, looking for balance, and the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is it's not a super mature energy. It's an intuitive energy, but it's still, I mean, you have it. It's not leveled up in where you're at. Like your thinking, I feel like, is on that King of Wands because that's what you got already. But where you're at, Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you're almost. You're not accepting like some defeat, right? So you're not really wrapping your mind around it, which is why maybe you're not moving past it. That might explain that Five of Cups. Like there's something that's happened in your space that still has you hung up. And even though you know better, right, you're still living in a space where you're choosing to be naive and not moving past it. And that's fine, but that's where you stop progressing. All right, let's just be clear. Four of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is all in your emotional sector. Eight of Swords and Judgment. You have to move different. Three of Cups. Possibly some third party shit. Eight of Swords. Something that still torments your mind. Four of Cups. Knight of Cups. So it feels like, yeah, it might be there's too many cooks in the kitchen. It might have been some third party shit, right? But you're still not almost grasping the fact that that's what it was. And that's hindering you now. But you do have judgment here, and so you will eventually change your way of thinking and move past the naivety Right? I love the full card. It's honestly one of my favorite cards in the deck, but I'm a Sag, so I like the naive by choice. It's not always beneficial, right? If you're just like looking past some shit, it looks like honestly there's something that's gone down and you know what it is, and you just kind of turned a blind eye and you know better. And that's, you know, kind of your roadblock. Thief, yep. Occupation, somebody you possibly met, an official person. Somebody you possibly met in the workspace. And yes, they were a thief. Um, they made you feel, you got official person here as well. They made you feel like they were authentic, but they're a thief. They're on some bullshit. And occupation is either you met them in the workplace or you really put like you're all into this and like you made it like your job to really, and you invested, right, in the wrong things, but they're mm, no, it's an energy you have to move away from. You felt like it was true love. I don't think it's true love. And I feel like in your intuition, you already know this. You've just chosen not to accept it. Victory. There is a completion. That's a 28. Oh, goodness. Action. Oh, goodness. And adjacent possibilities. So if there's anything else we got. Raphael, that's your angel. Shut the front door. Quit playing on me. My word. Okay. So you got victory and action, right? And adjacent possibilities. When you take action, victory will be yours, and there's a ton of possibilities. There's so many doors that are opening up for you. And then you got fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael. Raphael is your angel. So he's speaking directly to you. So we're going to read it. I almost didn't do Virgo because you were one of the last signs I did a month ago. And I was like, that's not really fair. But I pulled your card. Hopefully it resonates. Hopefully I can reach you. Love, compassion, and self-acceptance. Raphael extends a beautiful green light of energy surrounded by a gentle wave of pink to your heart center. This card in the upright indicates that you now have a greater readiness to receive love from others as well as from yourself. The blockages are from you giving to this person. It could also indicate that there is a much needed healing from a previous broken heart that has taken place. The tender vibrations of Raphael remind you to encourage yourself with a compassionate self-talk and desire to hear from others. You know that as you do the light work in your heart center, you will shine with irresistible beauty, and the universe will send people into your situation. You see what I'm saying? Like you're holding on to something that's like dark and gross and not your thing. It's not for you, but you're holding on to it because you're being loyal. It's not your thing. This person's not the truth. Release it, let it go. There's better things coming in for you. That's what I have for you, Virgo. If this was your story, please leave me a comment. Let me know. I'm sending you nothing but love, blessings, and light. And we'll talk soon. Bye.